Hi guys, I wanted to make a video on some questions I have. I was hoping that I could get some answers from the women that I've been following, or someone who just runs across this, or telling you watch this and then tell someone that you know that knows answers or whatever about it, and they can come give me answers, because just some questions I have that I was hoping could be answered. One of them is, what kind of problems did you run into when it came to your doctor and a VBAC? My hospital out here will not do VBACs. They do not support them in any way. None of the doctors in this town support it. My midwife is 4 hours away, and so if something happens, if somebody else is in labor, if her car breaks down, whatever, I will not be having a midwife with me. And so I'm planning for a assisted birth, or I'm expecting an assisted birth and planning for an unassisted birth. I just want to know what your guys' problems were with the doctors, especially if you had to be back at home and then had to go to the hospital, because that might, that might happen, and I want to be prepared for any scenario. I also wanted to know what problems you ran into during your VBAC, not just like stalled labor, but if there was any medical problems, like, I don't really know how to explain the question. I don't know, I'll have to think on that one. Just any problems, really, when it comes to, like, your midwife. How understanding was your midwife? Like, let's say you're in labor and you're going, and she's like, oh, I think you need to go to the hospital, and you felt like you didn't. When do you think was enough, or when do you think was the point that you needed to trust in your midwife and not in your body? Because one of the biggest battles I've had since my son was born, to really trust in my own body and not what everybody else says, which is a life change that I've been doing. And that's going to be hard to me not to trust my body. And so I want to know when you thought was enough and when it was time to go. Was it hard to get your husband as on board as you are? Like, I know, like, it'll be completely different, me doing it and Justin being there. But what are some things that you did to help get your husband on board, especially if he was kind of nervous about it and apprehensive, to get him, really on board? My husband's, he's getting there, but I just want to see if there were any good things that you guys did or checked out or whatever, just to get him really on board and understanding about this. Is going to a labor class, I can't remember what they're called. Sorry, my hair's driving me nuts. Was it a good idea when having a home birth, or is it kind of just like it happens and it's out the window? Because we don't have any labor classes. We have one class out here, and it's for a specific doctor, and nobody else can go to it, and I'm not part of that doctor's office, and I will not be part of that doctor's office. Where did you go to get your kit? Is there somewhere online that has, like, you can find places that's like, what's in my hospital bag, and it has like a list online of what they had in their hospital bag? What's in your kit? Because I want to kind of research what's in there, what each of them is for. And I there was a lady on YouTube that just gave me a bunch of places, things to read and whatnot on VBACs, and I definitely will be doing that. But is there any books that really helped you either get through the pain or get just through the VBAC in general? I have a bunch of them, and I had them all written down, and my son missed the paper up, so I don't know exactly where that is. How many people was too many people in your VBAC experience? Because I'm going to have my husband, for sure, my birthing coach, which is a really good friend of mine who wants to take this journey as close to me as she can. I wouldn't say close to me, but just with me. And she's going to read everything I read. And she's going to be, when I'm in the pain and I'm in there, she's going to be the one that's just doing it. You know what I mean? The one that's like, no, this is, learning all. We'll both learn the medical aspects as much as we can. But she'll be the one that's like, no, this is fine. When I'm like, I don't think this is cool. And so, and then there might be a doula. There might be a midwife, which I hope there is, and I hope my doula is a good friend of mine who lives in Reno, and she is trying. Let's cross our fingers for her, guys, and send up a prayer. But she might be pregnant or having another, there's always something that can happen being so far away. So, my birthing coach she just might be there for support, but if not, if I do an unassisted birth, she's what I'm relying on. And then, like family members might be there. I don't know. And I was just wondering, I'm the kind of person that more is always better. Like, come on guys, I'm okay with it. But I don't know if that's how I'm going to feel about this. And I know, like, when it comes closer to time, I'll go off of how I feel, but, I just wanted to know everybody else's opinion on that, because I don't want to be going through this and have thought at the time before I was going through, oh, it's fine, everything's going to be fine, and then boom, and there's so many people, I'm going nuts. Were you okay with having your child there? Like, did it distract you from focusing on, pushing and the pain and all that? Or was it helpful to you? Because I haven't decided if I want my son to be there or not. He'll be almost 3. He'll be like 2.5. That's about it, all I can think of. I'm sorry that I couldn't remember what I had wrote down. I had written all these things down, then got ready because we have a lot of stuff to do today, and I thought, okay, well, I'll do this, while my husband is getting ready now. And my son got into my paper and lost it. So I'll probably, throughout my pregnancy, I'm sure I'll have, like, Vbac questions, multiple ones, especially the more I learn. But that's about it. So you guys can check me out on Facebook at mamajellyfish@yahoo.com, and that's MAMMA jellyfish. And then at Pregnant in 2012, there should be a link on my 2 videos before this, 5 weeks and 6 weeks. And I have on my week 6, I have like a bunch of links for all my Vbac information that I have so far. Not so much the books and stuff, because I just figured out that when I put a link it works. Anyways, but like the Vbac on Facebook, which is a group I'm part of, Birth Without Fear, things like that. So check it out if that's something you guys are into, and if you are new to this and you're hoping to read the questions or get the answers as much as I am underneath here, and there isn't a lot, just keep following, guys. I'm going to be doing this until I either have this baby or don't. Well, of course I'm going to have this baby, but I mean until it's over. So I really appreciate you guys being there with me and going through this. I think this is a pretty big deal in my life. It is a big deal in my life. And I'm just learning about it, and it's really connecting me more with myself, I think, and teaching me a lot more about trusting myself. And I've always been into, I don't know how to say it, but just not I guess, would be the best way I could think of it. Like having the nicest car, or, genetically modified foods is not something that we're into, and we make a lot of things by hand, and I think this is just another aspect of our lifestyle coming out, of us. And with our son, I feel like that just wasn't at all. We had just started touching that barely. That, I don't want to say holistic, but just that more free range, like a chicken, idea, I guess is how I would put it. And I'm going to start making videos on the things I make as well. So I'm really excited to be part of YouTube now, guys. So if you guys have any questions, and whatever it is, you just want to say hi, I'm here. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.